If you missed questions in your practice exam because you ran out of time, then you're going to have to learn how to go faster. And there's a few basic tricks to doing that. The number one trick, and not really a trick at all, is just to continue to take practice exams, because as you get more exposure to the directions, the types of questions, the pacing of it, the amount of time that you have, you will get faster. And so that is just definitely the number one best trick. More specifically, there's a couple things that you can do. One thing is that you can know the pace, so you can know how much time you have on the exam total and how much time you have for the passages and for each of the questions. So let me just walk through how kind of, not too hard this is to calculate. If we go over to the English directions, this is on the English test, we have 75 questions, 45 minutes to do those questions, and I can tell you that there are also 5 passages. So we can ask, how long do we have to complete each of the passages and how long for each question? So it's pretty simple math here. 45 minutes divided by the 5 passages is equal to, here we'll change colors just to make things easier. We have 9 minutes. I'll just abbreviate that here I'll write it out. Minutes per passage. So this is how much time we have to read the passage and answer all the questions on it. And we can also calculate that per question. So in this case it'd be 75 questions divided by the, let me do the other way. 45 minutes divided by 75 questions. And if we go ahead and just round this up to 90, for instance, then this is about a half a minute per question, or somewhere in the ballpark of about 30 seconds. So when you're taking your exam and you have your timer running, just make sure that you're progressing through as fast as you're expected to. About 9 minutes per passage, about 30 seconds per problem. That's another major trick. And you'll have to calculate those numbers per section of the test because they change depending on if you're doing English or science or whatever. And the third major trick to going faster on the exam is to skip things when they're too long or too hard. So too long or hard. If you already know you're not going to get it right, even if you spend a long time on it, then don't waste your time on this question, waste on another one. And some questions, here let me give you an example, are just really long questions. So here, question 7 asks, for the sake of logic and coherence of the paragraph, sentence 2 should be, and then we have to read this entire passage to figure out where this second sentence should be within it. And that's one of the longer questions. It's probably going to take more than 30 seconds. And so if you're running out of time on the exam, this would be a good question to go ahead and skip and save that time for other questions. So those are the three main points. And I just want to reemphasize again that all of these benefit from practice. And so the pace benefits from practice. You'll know which problems are too long, which problems are too hard. All of those things will get better if you just take a practice exam.